Awesome. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's class, all about structuring, pricing, and marketing your meal planning services. So these are the three biggest questions that we always get asked, and we're going to cover it all today. So my name is Abigail. I'm a registered nurse and the co-founder of That Clean Life. And my co-host today is Evita. Evita, do you want to introduce yourself too?
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Evita and I'm the dietitian in residence here at That Clean Life, and I'm also the person on customer support. So if you are a member, you have likely heard from me at some point.
Awesome. Okay. So we have a really great group here today. We have a really large group coming out for today's class. This topic is something that's really popular. So what I want you to do is open up the chat box, turn your settings to all panelists and attendees, and say hello. Let us know who you are, where you're tuning in from, and what type of health professional you are as well. Because if you've been to one of our webinars before, you know that we love these to be super interactive. We love hearing from you. So keep those introductions rolling in. And while you're introducing yourselves, I'm going to turn things over to Evita to talk about the agenda for today's class.
Awesome. I also just turned off our videos so that you can fully focus on our slide deck and our demo, and you get the most out of it. So welcome everyone. In this class, we are going to be talking about how to structure, how to price, and how to market your meal planning services. So super important topic. And we're also really going to show you how to easily create meal plans without spending hours on it. This class is also worth 1.0 CEU, continuing education unit. So if you would like your certificate of completion at the end of this webinar, please keep an eye out for the replay email with instructions on how to claim your certificate.
Awesome. Okay, so just a bit of a background before we dive into things here. So to put together today's class, Evita and I collected data from over 1,000 health professionals. And we looked at what type of health professionals they were, where they were located, what types of meal planning services they were offering. And then we analyzed the data to develop a really true picture of what health professionals are offering when it comes to meal planning, what they're charging, and also how they're marketing these services. So to our knowledge, no one has ever done an analysis quite like this. And we're so excited to bring you a class today that's backed by actual data. We promise that you're going to leave today's class with a better understanding of how to set up your meal planning services, an idea of what other health professionals are charging, and also feeling really inspired to actually market your meal planning services like a pro. So what do you all think? Are you excited to dive into this? If so, I want you to give us a big ready in the chat and we'll get this party started. Okay, Evita, over to you to kick off part one of the class, which is all about structuring and pricing your meal planning services.
Awesome. Thanks, Abigail. And thank you everyone for introducing yourself in the chat and giving us so many readies. A question's already come in is, should we take notes? You can absolutely take notes if you'd like to. We will also be sending out the replay if you want to just sit back and focus for this, and you can take notes later when you watch the replay. All right, let's get started with the 4 most common ways to incorporate meal planning into your practice. Because of course, before setting your prices, you should define the types of services you offer. While it may seem scary at first, limiting your services to just a few options might actually encourage more sales. Having too many services can be overwhelming, and a confused mind never buys. You can incorporate meal planning into your practice by first including it in your one-on-one services, which are your initial consults and your follow-ups. You can offer custom or personalized meal planning as an add-on service. You can incorporate it into your group program, and you can sell it as a digital product like an ebook. Let's get into each of these services now, starting with one-on-one services. So if you offer one-on-one coaching, an initial consultation is a valuable way for a client to start working with you. Initial consults are typically 60 to 90 minutes long. From our analysis, the price charged for an initial consult is between $70 to $350 with the median price at around $150. So how you price your initial consult will also vary based on how long the consult is. The average hourly rate a health professional charges is $120 to $130 an hour. Some practitioners choose to package their initial consult with a follow-up consult and meal plan, and some offer follow-up consults as its own service. Follow-up consults vary in length from 30 to 60 minutes and are priced between $40 to $130, with the median price at $80. Going back to packages, some professionals also offer packaged follow-ups where the individual follow-ups are priced lower if the client purchases more consults. For example, a package of 3 to 6 follow-up consults is priced between $250 to $450. And some practitioners also offer shorter 15-minute check-in consults. And this is a great reminder that every minute of your time is valuable. So let's go over some examples of how health professionals market their services of incorporating meal planning into their one-on-one consults. As you can see, this professional has clearly outlined that a customized meal plan is included in their 1-hour assessment and follow-up consult. And it even highlights the service on its own line with a different background color. When you clearly highlight that a custom meal plan is included, the potential client will understand the value behind the price shown and is more likely to buy. When describing your services, it's important to keep it short and clear. One way to do this is through dividing the services into different lines or points and showing a comparison of the packages or services you offer, so a potential client can quickly and easily decide which service best suits what they're looking for and the price they're interested in. Can we go to the next slide, Abigail? Perfect. So this example shows what conditions or lifestyle the package is targeted for, its price, what it includes, both in terms of length and consults, as well as examples of who should purchase which package, and an outline of value-added services like meal planning. The next example here that we have here is awesome because it shows where the practitioner not only clearly outlines what's included in their package, but also provides clarity of what a custom meal guide includes, where they offer more than 20 recipes and a sample 5 to 7 day meal plan, along with the price indicated at the bottom for the whole package. And our next example shows a variety of packages offered, which are described in point form. So a potential client sees the purpose of each package, what's included, like personalized meal planning, the length, and the price of the package. In this example, the professional outlines that in their one-on-one package of an initial consult and 3 follow-ups, a 7-day personalized meal plan is included. It's important to include how long of a plan you're providing, so your potential client knows what to expect. Back to you, Abigail, to tell us more about how to offer custom meal planning as an add-on service or a standalone service.
Awesome. So before we move on to custom meal planning as an add-on service, could you just let us know in the chat if you're seeing the slides okay? Because I saw Stacy saying first slide is still showing. So just let me know. You should see on the screen custom meal planning as an add-on service. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks for confirming. So while incorporating meal planning into initial consults, follow-up consults, and nutrition coaching practices was really common, what we also saw was many practitioners offering custom meal planning as an add-on or as a standalone service. So I'm curious to know, when it comes to meal planning, if you currently offer meal planning as a service, let us know in the chat. Do you include it in all your packages, or do you offer it as an add-on? Okay, so the pricing for custom meal planning varied pretty significantly. So the average price of a 1-week customized meal plan was $75 from our analysis, but health professionals are charging all the way up to $380 for a 1-week meal plan. We also noticed health professionals offering custom meal plans as a package deal. So for example, 4 weeks worth of customized plans. On average, health professionals are charging $190 for a set of 4 meal plans. But again, this varied, and we saw this price go all the way up to $800 for 4 weeks of meal plans. So when we analyze the data, we noticed that professionals who offer meal planning for highly restrictive diets like SIBO or individual food sensitivity results, they tended to charge more than those professionals who are offering more basic meal planning services. And we chalk this up to this likely being because like the complex meal planning requires more time and knowledge. And then we also noticed that health professionals who are very established, who are more well-known and whose services are high in demand, they also are typically charging more for their meal planning services. Okay, so let's go over some examples of health professionals offering meal planning as an add-on service and how this looks out in the real world. So as you can see, this nutritionist has a section on their services page called additional meal plans. And this is because they offer meal planning as part of their regular consulting process. But then if a client wants additional meal plans, they have this option to pay $35 for an extra 7-day plan or $55 for a 14-day plan. And here's another example. So this dietitian is offering a 7-day meal plan with recipes and a grocery list for $380. And I think they do a really great job of explaining why a meal plan is a great option for some people and how they customize the diet based on the individual needs. They clearly explain what's included in the customized meal plan. And overall, I think this health professional does a great job of communicating the value of this service. And one last example of meal planning as an add-on service. So this nutritionist offers a customized 7-day meal plan as an add-on service for $155 plus tax. So the customized meal plan, as you can see, comes with a 25-minute initial consult, then a 20-minute review of the plan, and then a 7-day customized plan with a grocery list, meal schedule, recipes, and tips and swaps. So this nutritionist also outlines that the plan will include favorite foods and also exclude foods the client wants to avoid. So it's really clear that it's customized. It's not just a meal plan that they download, it's customized to the individual's unique needs. And I love the way that this nutritionist has structured it to have an initial consult for an assessment. So you can gather information about the client and talk to them about their likes, their dislikes, their culture, every important thing you need to know before you create their meal plan. So they can gather information on the client. And then they also have a 20-minute appointment to review the plan, which is so, so important. So we always encourage our That Clean Life members to take the time to go through the plan with every client to ensure that they understand it. So never ever assume that your client will just know what to do with your plan. I think that's an easy trap to fall into because as health professionals, we could look at the plan and we totally get it, but don't assume that same thing for your client. Take the time to sit down with them, go through each page and see if they have any questions. Okay, Evita, I'm going to throw it back to you now to talk about group nutrition programs.
Awesome. So we're getting a lot of, before we get into that, we're getting a lot of questions about, are we going to be sending the slide deck out? So lots of good information in here about these prices, which we will send you an article. We'll link an article to with all of this information for the prices. And questions about, can you use the term meal planning if you are not a specific health professional? So you'd have to check with your own regulatory body for terms you can use and liability around that. And around questions about how can you use That Clean Life to filter for specific recipes, depending on what your client, the diet your client's on. We are absolutely going to get into this. So stay tuned. We're going to do a demo of the product as well to show you how you can put all of this into practice using That Clean Life. So the next way to incorporate meal planning into your practice is group programs. Running a group program can help you scale your business and reach more clients. The length of the group program you offer can vary. The most common lengths offered are 4-week, 6-week, 3-month, and 6-month programs. The 4-week programs are priced between, or were priced between $80 to $399 per participant. 6-week programs are priced between $100 to $600 per participant. 3-month programs priced between $130 to $1,000, and the 6-month programs are priced between $800 to $2,500 per participant. So if you've got an awesome group program and you're wondering of how to market the services, how to tell your clients that you've offered meal planning within your group program, I want to show you some examples of how health professionals are doing this. So this professional markets their program right away with a description of the main selling feature of their program, which is 28 days of recipes, shopping lists, and prep guides. I like how this page also clearly states when the program starts, how long it runs for, its costs, and exactly what's included. Here's a 3-month program, which outlines what's included very quickly through headings and short descriptions. So this coach offers meal planning under the title of nutrition support, describing that their participants will get access to sample plans and grocery lists throughout the 12 weeks. So it's a good idea. If you don't want to use the term meal planning, you can use nutrition support. So this, again, really good example. Abigail, back to you for a breakdown on our next section, which is digital downloads.
Awesome. So like all of the other services we analyze, the pricing on digital downloads varied very significantly across the board. So these are non-customized resources. I just want to point that out. These are not customized, so the prices are going to be lower. So non-customized 1-week meal plans, we're selling anywhere from $20 to $97 for the download. Then we also noticed several health professionals who bundled together meal plans as a 6 or 8-week package, and the prices on those range from $150 to $200. And then some professionals were also offering recipe books for download. So no meal plan, just a collection of recipes. And the price range on this was anywhere from $8 for a recipe book all the way up to $90. So again, typically health professionals who are working with a specific condition are charging more. And the price also depended on the size of the recipe book or how much was included with it, or if there was any additional things besides recipes or a meal plan in there. So let's go through some examples here. So you can see this health professional offering a variety of instant downloads, including a all foods fit done for you 28-day meal plan. A snack guide is there, and also a macro-friendly recipe ebook. So this is really great because when clients or leads land on this site, they can kind of pick and choose what they need and get it instantly, whether that's a full meal plan or just some recipe inspiration. As you can see, prices on this one range from $25 to $40 for the download. Now, this nutritionist specializes in chronic digestive issues like IBS, IBD, and SIBO. So she has a shop section on her website that has a 7-day high fiber meal prep plan for $19. This is such a great option to have, so she can refer clients to it that might not require a customized plan, and also a great low-cost option that she can continuously promote to leads on social media. Okay, another example here of digital products or ebooks. So this particular health professional offers, again, a variety of 28-day meal plans on their site, so clients can just kind of come and pick and choose according to their needs. And one final example, this is an interesting one. So this health professional is offering 12 weeks of meal plans or 1 year worth of meal plans, and the plan is delivered to the client's inbox every Thursday night. So that's kind of like a membership model, which is super interesting. So we just covered a lot. I know we're going quickly. A reminder, we're going to send this out after so you can watch the replay, but let's recap. So the 4 most common ways we have seen health professionals structuring their meal planning services are including it with one-on-one services, using it as an add-on service, incorporating it into group nutrition programs, selling it as digital products or ebooks. And throughout these examples, we also covered price ranges and showed you real life examples of these types of services out in the wild. So before we move on, I want you to open up the chat and tell us what has been your biggest takeaway so far. And I'm also curious, will you be changing how you structure your meal planning services or adjusting your prices at all based on this? Do you feel like you're undercharging or overcharging, or are you right on the dot? Let me know what you think. Okay. Yeah, I see Patricia saying there's a large range of pricing. Absolutely. It varied so much. We were surprised by that too. Kim saying my fees are right in there. Carolyn says she's undercharging. Leanne also saying undercharging. Okay, so
Yeah, we're
I
getting a
hope
lot
this
of
was helpful.
undercharging.
Yeah, good. I hope this was helpful, seeing how others are structuring and pricing their services. And while you're filling us in on that, keep those coming in the chat. Abida, I'm going to turn things back to you again to talk about how health professionals are marketing their meal planning services.
Awesome. Yeah. So you've created a structured program and maybe you've priced your services, correctly, or maybe you want to look at changing those prices, but now it is time to sell. So let's get into marketing those meal planning services. The first way to market your services is using your website. So this is likely the first place a potential client will go to learn about you and what you have to offer. We provided you with several examples of how health professionals market their meal planning services on their website. So when you're doing this, you really want to make it clear that you offer meal planning, how you offer it within your services, and why this is a valuable service. You can provide a short 3 to 5 day sample plan to give clients a sense of what it is about, and share testimonials for happy clients who enjoy your meal plans. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a good, clear website where if a potential client goes there, it's your landing page, it's like your resume, it's how you will sell. So they have to really understand what you're offering and why you're offering it. So if you're struggling with what to say in your marketing, then let your successful clients do the talking. The most important thing to keep in mind when it comes to sharing client stories in your marketing is that the goal should always be to show people exactly how your services helped your client achieve their goals. Each story should directly relate to one of your services and have a call to action, inviting people to work with you and achieve their own transformation. So here's an example of testimonials from Mandy King's meal planning service page. These are some happy and successful clients. And when collecting testimonials, a way to navigate this is thinking the perfect client to ask for a testimonial is someone you absolutely loved working with and who loved working with you just as much. Sharing their story is sure to attract more clients with similar goals, needs, and attitudes. I also mentioned having a free sample meal plan on your website. So here's an example from a health professional site. We have already proven that people will happily pay for an awesome meal plan. So offering a sample meal plan as a free resource will definitely attract tons of leads. We found that a 3 to 5 day meal plan is the sweet spot for a lead magnet because it's enough to help them see results, but leaves them wanting more. So when creating your free sample meal plan, you want to ensure that it solves a problem that your ideal client has. A general eating meal plan or recipe book with healthy recipes is not enough to attract quality clients. The plan should be specific to your niche market and demonstrate your area of expertise. It should also be designed to attract your ideal client and solve, that one specific problem that they might have. This free sample plan should also be instantly accessible. So when someone signs up for this free resource, they should be able to access it immediately while you're on top of mind and they are highly motivated. So I'm also going to show you this very soon of how you can simply create a shared link to your sample plan from That Clean Life that can be accessed right away by a potential client. All right, let's talk about your social media accounts, because this is a really big question that we get is how do I promote meal planning or my meal planning services on social media? So when used correctly, your social media posts allow you to tell your story and promote your services in a way that's organic, authentic, and builds a connection. So the types of posts you can focus on are sharing testimonials from your meal planning clients, sharing how you meal plan for clients, and sharing the benefits of meal planning. Just like you should be sharing testimonials or client stories on your website, you should be doing this on your social media channels. Let your happy clients do your marketing for you by sharing their success stories and why they loved your meal plans. This can inspire the people who have been thinking about working with you to finally maybe take that leap. At the end of the post, you can always have a strong call to action that encourages potential clients to book a complimentary discovery session to learn about your meal planning services, what you offer, and how they can get amazing results for themselves. You can also use Instagram stories. So this is an awesome, realistic glimpse into what goes on behind the scenes to make clients successful. Clients want to know what you actually take into consideration before creating their plan, and they want to learn about how you customize their plan. So we love seeing members share how they meal plan for clients. When your client sees the amount of work and care that goes into creating their plan, they really understand the value of it. And the third way you should be using social media to market your meal planning services is by sharing the benefits of meal planning. So potential clients need a clear and concise answer to what is a meal plan and how will it help me reach my goals. So I love this post by Tam, who's a health coach, on 5 ways meal planning can help. Plus, in their caption, there's a call to action for next steps to get started with custom meal plans and coaching. Back to you, Abigail.
Okay, so now you know how to structure your meal planning services. You know what other health professionals are charging for these types of services. And you also know how to market your meal planning services. So now all that is left is to actually get creating your meal plans, right? So this is the part most health professionals dread the most. In fact, it is the most common reason health professionals don't even offer meal planning, because I hear it all the time. They hate doing it. But That Clean Life is on a mission to change that. We're on a mission to make meal planning for your clients easy, really simple, and dare I say, fun. So how many of you here today are already members of That Clean Life? Let us know in the chat. Just type member if you're already a member. Okay, awesome. So we have a few of you that are members. A lot of you are members. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And okay, now I'm also curious, how many of you are not yet members? Say not a member in the chat, just so I know kind of the mix here. Okay, not. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now, this is going to be helpful whether you're a member or not, is give you a really quick tour of the software so you can see just how easy it is to create plans and recipe collections for your clients. So Avita, I'm going to turn it back over to you to give everybody the grand tour of That Clean Life.
Okay, I'm just making sure I've got my chat open as well. Okay, can everyone see my screen okay? Or Abigail, can you see my screen?
Yep, it looks good.
Perfect. So I'm going to take you into That Clean Life to show you just how easy it can be to create amazing materials like meal plans and recipe books for clients. But before I dive into that, I want to give you a really quick overview of That Clean Life. So That Clean Life gives you access to a large database of recipes. Right now we have over 3,000 recipes, and we're adding to this every single week, and all of our recipes are made in-house by our awesome recipe developers who are also health professionals. And within our recipe database, you can also filter on different things such as time, number of ingredients. We've got several tags. So our tags are based on diet type, like low histamine, low FODMAP, autoimmune, ketogenic, low glycemic, lots and lots of tags in there. We also have filters based on meal type, like snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinner, cooking method, like slow cooker, pressure cooker, one pan, etc. You can filter for recipes based on ingredients you want to include, ingredients you want to exclude, as well as nutrition parameters like calories, macronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. So you can really find the perfect recipes for your clients. Within our database too, you have the ability to edit all of our recipes. You can add your own recipes, and that will go into your recipe box. All of our recipes also come with a full nutrition analysis, and you get to decide what sort of parameters you want to have seen by you and your clients. So we've also got a powerful planner where you can create your own meal plans, either creating them from scratch or using our automator. And every plan you create, we create the grocery list for you. So that makes it really easy for your client to then get their shopping done after you create their plan. We have over 100 pre-made programs, also known as done for you plans, and each comes with a meal plan, recipes, grocery list, supporting evidence, and a prep guide. And we have collections, which allows you to organize your content into groups. And also every collection, every plan, and every recipe that you have in here, you can share this resource with your clients really easily just by clicking share and then sending your client a link to their plan, recipe, or collection. So now let's talk about using That Clean Life to create content for your clients. There are 3 different types of content you could create. Meal plans, which outline exactly what your clients are going to eat. You can choose to allow your client to edit the meal plan or not. You can create recipe books. I know this question had come up as well, is, can we just use recipe books instead of meal plans? Totally. And That Clean Life makes it really easy for you to create collections of recipes that you can put together for your clients. And if your clients are not the types to like meal planning, they want to maybe have more control of their meal plan, maybe they want to structure it themselves, you can also use That Clean Life to create meal planning guides, which is a collection of recipes you put together for your clients along with a blank meal plan so that they can do their own meal planning. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to show you how to create a meal plan quickly, how to filter recipes, and how to add these recipes to a collection and in order to create that recipe book. So let's start with meal planning. So let's head to our planner and we're going to hit new. So with meal planning, there's 2 ways to build meal plans. You can do this either from scratch or using our automator. And today, because I want to show you the absolute quickest way to create a plan, I'm going to show you the automator, which helps you automatically generate meal plans based on calories, macros, and dietary requirements. So let's say you have an example client. Her name is Nora. Let's just do Nora's meal plan. And let's say Nora needs a gluten-free diet. She's pescatarian and she does not like spinach. And you calculate Nora's caloric needs to be around 2,000 calories. So you can choose how many days of the plan you want it, how many meals and snacks you want to have. And then you can input the parameters you want Nora's or your client's meal plan to be. So here I'm going to do 2,000 calories. And for our macronutrient distribution, I'm going to do 30% fat, 40% carbs, and 30% protein. As I said, Nora is pescatarian and she's also gluten-free and she does not like spinach. So we want to make sure that our automator is choosing recipes that does not have spinach and also meets all of Nora's dietary requirements and nutrition requirements. So that literally took a couple of seconds and it generates a plan for you. So when your plan is created, it's not set in stone. You can definitely switch things around if you want to. For example, if you are not happy with one of the recipes or you want to do something different, you can swap recipes and it will find options that meet the SMART rules that you put in. For example, the pescatarian gluten-free that excludes spinach, it'll find recipes that match that. And it'll also try to meet the calories and macros as closely as possible. When you create a plan, either from scratch or using the automator, we automatically generate that grocery list for you. So this is the grocery list for the plan that I just created. So that's automatically done for you. And if you're happy with the plan that you've created for your client, all you have to do is just share it with them. So one way that you might use sharing is to collaborate with your clients on their meal plan in real time. Let me know in the chat if you've ever delivered or sent a plan to a client and then they request to make changes. So this happens all the time. So with Nora for sharing, I decide that, maybe it's better that I work on the plan with her in real time or we work on it together. So all I have to do is hit share. It generates a link for the client. And then here I can set my options. Like after this review, I want Nora to have the freedom to change serving sizes, remove meals, add meals, make swaps, edit her list, and more. So I will allow edits. And then all I do is copy the link. And then this is what Nora will see when she opens it. She's got her meal plan, she's got her grocery list, and she can start making edits to the plan. And any edits that Nora makes to the plan, for example, if Nora decides, I'm going to swap this recipe, as a practitioner, you'll be able to see it on your end, and you can always go back in and once your client's done tweaking their plan, you can always go back in and change the permissions. Like for example, I say, Nora's plan looks good. Let's stop allowing edits. And that will change the permissions where Nora can no longer make edits to the plan. So everything happens in real time, which is really great. Abigail, any questions from that before I move on?
Not related to that, no. I'd keep going.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about the database of recipes you get access to with your That Clean Life membership. So like I said, all our recipes are created in-house by our team of recipe developers. And if you have specific diet types or recipe requests that you have or really wanting to see, you can always send us an email at support@thatcleanlife when you are a member, and we take our member requests very seriously and we get those recipes in there. So like we add new recipes every week, so you have a constant stream of inspiration. And I want to show you how easy it is to find the right meals for your clients without having to spend hours searching through Pinterest or Google. Let me know in the chat if that's happened to you before. All right, let's go to our filters. I gave you a bit of a glimpse of, what our filters can do, but I want to show it to you and really demo it in action of what that can look like. So let's say you have a client, Heather. She's come to you and she needs help with nutrition strategies to help her cope with her menopausal symptoms. Heather tells you she works full-time and she doesn't have much time to cook, and she also has a nut allergy. And because she's menopausal, you maybe want to focus on ensuring that she gets certain nutrients like enough calcium, protein, and also blood sugar control. So I've given you a lot to consider, right? So let me know. So let me show you how easy it would actually be to find these perfect meals for Heather. For example, for filters, we'll start by, I said she doesn't have a lot of time, so I want to make sure we just give her 30 minutes or less for that she has to cook for. Next, for tags, Heather is allergic to nuts, so we're going to do nut-free, and we really want some low glycemic recipes to help with blood sugar control. And then under nutrition filters, we want to focus on protein and calcium. So let's look for recipes that are at least 15 grams of protein and at least 150 milligrams of calcium. And then all you have to do is hit filter recipes, and you have a big stream of recipe inspiration that you can now give to Heather and start building Heather's recipe book. So I've gone ahead and I've started Heather's recipe book where I've put these parameters in, and all you have to do then is just find the recipes that you think Heather would like and add that to the collection. Once your recipe book is complete, all you have to do is share that with Heather. So let's go to that collection, hit share. And along with Heather's, let's turn on sharing, and we've got a share link. But along with Heather's recipe book, maybe you want to give her a little bit of a welcome message. So you can add this in attachments. So let's go to attachments, add an attachment where you can add a link. Maybe you want to do a link of a video of you explaining a little bit about Heather's recipe book, or you can add a link to certain products you want Heather to use, or we can do a little bit of a welcome message by using text. For your welcome message, you can type it in, or you can apply from one of our snippets or your own snippet. So we've got templates in here. We've made it super easy. So let's put in our recipe collection introduction, apply that, create attachment. I'm going to pin it because when you pin an attachment, it will show Heather, it'll pop up when Heather opens her link. So let's copy that link and we'll open it up there. And there we have it. So this is Heather's little welcome message over here. And then we've got Heather's recipe book with all of those recipes in there. And so again, really simple when you even want to maybe create a lead magnet in here is you can just create a recipe collection. For example, I've got postnatal recipes here. I've got a gluten-free and dairy-free collection going. I've got a low histamine collection. I've got lots of different collections on the go. And you can just create a simple link, share that on your site, and have people, even when you're doing your share permissions, you can turn on user identification. And then people who open the link will have to give you their name and email address. That's maybe a way to also see who's accessing the links. You can password protect it as well. But that's just a really simple and easy, fun way to create a lead magnet and to create resources for your client. So any questions from that? I've just gone through it really quickly, basically of how to create a plan using our automator, which literally takes seconds, and how to use our recipe filters in order to create a recipe books. There's also meal planning guides and different ways that you can create plans in here. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm just showing you those two. And any questions from that? So we're getting a couple of questions about Can you download it as a PDF? You totally can. You can do it either way. We always recommend sharing versus PDF downloads just to make it a little bit more interactive versus that stagnant document. And we've got a lot of different niches in here as well. So just to clarify too, when you're filtering through our recipes, you can filter based on different diet types, as well as for our programs, there's tons of different diet types in here, medical conditions that we cater to. So you can use our pre-made programs, you can use our filters to find the perfect recipes, and any plan that you create, a grocery list will be created right away from that as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'll hand it back over to you, Abigail.
Awesome. Okay, one sec here. Let's fire up my screen share again. How does that look on your end, Avita?
Yep, I can see that.
All right. So one sec, I'm just going to get the chat open again if I can. Sorry, friends, I keep losing the chat. When I have the slide open, it doesn't let me open the chat. So Avita, you're going to have to keep me updated on what's going on in there. Oh, I found it. 1 second. Sorry, everybody.
And we're getting a lot of questions too about what are the types of filters that we have, and we can include that in our replay email of just a list of our filters. So don't worry about that. We have, I think we have almost 50 different types of ways that you can filter our recipes. So we will send that list to you.
Yes. Okay, so now I hope you can see that offering meal planning can be easy. That Clean Life gives you the power to really integrate meal planning into your one-on-one services, your group programs, create digital products, and so much more. So tell us, how are you feeling after learning how to structure, price, and market your meal planning services and seeing that Clean Life in action? Tell us in the chat, are you feeling inspired to take your meal planning offerings to the next level? Did you get some new ideas today? Let us know. We want to hear what you're thinking and feeling. So I know we have many people who are not yet members in the house today. So for those of you who are interested in joining after today's class, let me quickly go over our membership options. At That Clean Life, we offer 2 membership types, monthly or yearly. So our monthly membership is $60 per month USD. And then our yearly membership is $600 for the year USD. So when you choose to pay for the year up front, you end up saving $120 compared to what you would pay if you were paying monthly. So if you are thinking about joining That Clean Life, I'd highly recommend joining this week, because that way next week you'll get access to our next members only coaching call, where we're going to be covering how to use sharing in your practice. So we'll be taking a deep dive into the most efficient way to share plans with your clients and how you can create a really interactive experience. So that's all the time we have left for today. We hope you have learned so much from today's class on structuring, pricing, and marketing your meal planning services. And if you are a member of That Clean Life, be sure to register for next week's coaching call. The link for that is now on your dashboard. So when you log into That Clean Life, scroll down and you'll see registration for the coaching call. And if you decide to join us, make sure to also grab that link on your dashboard and sign up as soon as you are in. If you are not yet a member of That Clean Life, you can get started at thatcleanlife.com/pricing. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. And we hope to see you all at next week's coaching call. Bye, everyone.